Good evening. You're now with me, Andy Gui, for TVS Nightline. Onto the headlining stories. The Sarawak government is earmarking 300 million ringgit to upgrade electricity supply in the SAMARAHAN and BETONG divisions, stepping in after a federal project failed to get off the ground. Premier Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Abang Johari Tunopeng says the move is about ensuring rural communities enjoy electricity services that match the standards available in urban areas. According to him, upgrading works in SAMARAHAN alone will cost 150 million ringgit, with another 150 million set aside for the BETONG division.
Kalau kerajaan pusat si dapat, biar negeri ambil alih. Ya, kita kubur itu 150 juta. Jadi sama ada persekutuan siapa beri, negeri beri. Bukan kita nak ngedeh, kita ada duit. Masalah dan rakyat siapa tunggu. Kalau yang malah padam jaga. Jadi saya kata biarlah kita ambil. Alhamdulillah. Kerjaan kita begitu. Alhamdulillah adalah rezeki ada.
Abang Johari adds that the old single-phase system can no longer keep up and will be completely overhauled to a three-phase setup to handle rising demand. Speaking to reporters after officiating the launch of the project, he says it also entails new substations, including one in Sibuyau, modern insulated cabling and new transmission lines to strengthen grid reliability.
Dan kita tambah satu lagi di di Sibuyau substation. Dan wayarnya adalah cara bangunan moden lah. Caranya si naked kata saya tadi. Dan ini akan mengelakkan trip. Kalau bekalan cukup, maka wayar pun moden, maka tripping will be reduced lah. Dan masyarakat kita dapat hidup sedia kala. Macam tidak ada dicecaskan oleh karat.
According to him, all 5 upgrade packages under the SAMARAHAN electricity project are slated for completion by 2028 before the full rollout shifts to BETONG. Sarawak plans to roll out 3-phase electricity statewide over the next 5 to 7 years in line with major infrastructure upgrade projects across several divisions. Abang Johari stresses that this effort is crucial to closing the development gap between urban and rural areas and ensuring more equitable energy access for the people.
Dan akhirnya seluruh Sarawak akan mempunyai bekalan 3 phase karat dalam masa 5 ataupun 7 tahun akan datang.
According to Abang Johari, power constraints in SAMARAHAN stem from an aging single-phase network built under the Rural Electrification Scheme in the 1970s.
Maka bekalan elektrik yang kita bekalkan di kawasan SAMARAHAN tidak mencukupi. Kerana pada mulanya disebut tadi 1979, mula-mula projek RES datang ke seluruh kawasan di SAMARAHAN ini adalah berasas kepada single phase kerana waktu itu masyarakat kita hanya berkendakkan cukup karan kata kita.
With a new grid connection from Asjaya through Sibuyau to Sadung Jaya and a later extension to BETONG, Abang Johari says Southern Sarawak is expected to enjoy urban standard electricity infrastructure by 2030. Sarawak continues to cement its position as a regional leader in digital health, reinforcing its role in Malaysia's nation building. Deputy Premier Dr. Amar Dr. Sim Kui Hian says Sarawak can no longer rely on old development models and must harness health technologies, including AI, to overcome the statewide shortage of doctors.
AI is a revolution. Whether you like it or not, it's going to be part of our life. You know? And the AI revolution is happening now, and Sarawak was a part of it. You know, and healthcare is very important. I highlight to you why. And it want to be, we just want everyone to give us opportunity. We want everyone to give an opportunity, and that opportunity is so important because as part of nation building, the young people, we want to give them education, talents.
He adds that AI technology is an immediate tool to help ease the burden on the state's healthcare system, particularly the shortage of specialists and funding gaps faced by hospitals.
Because we are short of 2,500 doctors. 2,500 doctors by Malaysian standard, not by our standard. By my standard, I want to have more. You know, by Malaysian standard, 2,500 doctors. And AI doctors, right, is part of very important transformation, revolution that we must make use of it. That will help us with this shortage of doctors also. And I just want to share with everyone that the opportunity here they give it to us. Why? As long as you give us opportunity, I guarantee you that we deliver.
Speaking at the KSC Summit 2025, AI plus Healthcare in Sarawak, Dr. Sim announced a commitment to establish an AI Healthcare and Conservation Office in Miri as the first phase of Sarawak's collaboration with Fudan University, a world-class medical university recognized by the Malaysian Medical Council. He stresses that the project prioritizes digitalization, talent development and healthcare autonomy, and expresses his confidence that it will create education and job opportunities for the younger generation, in addition to increasing hospital capacity and strengthens Sarawak's position as a regional hub for medical innovation and research. The 728-meter Kamina River Bridge in Sabah is now nearly complete and set to open on December 4th. Sarawak Food Industry, Commodity and Regional Development Minister Datuk Seri Dr. Stephen Rundi Udom says the 105 million ringgit project will now open new road links and drive development throughout the district.
Kita ada beberapa projek yang telah siap seperti jambatan yang melintasi Sungai Kamena sepanjang 728 meter. Jadi yang menelan belanja lebih kurang 76 juta dan kontraktor yang ada kita pada hari ini untuk menyiapkan projek ini adalah kontraktor rescue kontraktor. In total is around about 105 million. Jadi itu bridge akan siap mungkin boleh dipakai 4 bulan 12.
Stephen also says the new bridge will connect Ulu Pandan and Binyo directly to Sabah, ending the reliance on ferry services and opening the door to more development in the area. Now, the government is planning to enforce a ban on children and teens under 16 from owning social media accounts starting next year. Communications Minister Datuk Fahmi Fadzil says the ban will be implemented through the Online Safety Act and the Communications and Multimedia Act. He explains that the main mechanism to ensure compliance will be the electronic Know Your Customer or eKYC system, where social media platforms will be required to use official government documents such as passports, MyCard and My Digital ID to verify a user's age.
Kita harap menjelang tahun depan, platform media sosial akan akur dengan keputusan kerajaan untuk melarang kanak-kanak bawah usia 16 tahun dari membuka akaun media sosial. Kita selain daripada melalui Akta Keselamatan dalam Talian dan Akta Komunikasi dan Multimedia, kerajaan juga sedang meneliti pelaksanaan had umur.
Fahmi adds that the ban is part of the government's broader efforts to curb cyber crimes across age groups, including protecting children from online sexual predators and pedophiles. He notes that Malaysia is studying approaches taken by other countries, including Australia, which is expected to formally implement age limits from December, while other nations may adopt different models. Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim is pushing back against claims Malaysia meddled in the recent Thailand-Cambodia tensions, saying Putrajaya only helped open the door to dialogue. He says Malaysia acted solely as a close, trusted neighbour and never once dictated how Bangkok and Phnom Penh should settle their dispute. Speaking to reporters at his exit press conference in South Africa, he said Malaysia's role was strictly limited to getting both sides talking, from opening channels between their armed forces chiefs to nudging their foreign ministers back into direct communication. Anwar adds that Malaysia stepped in only because both countries have long trusted Putrajaya as a friendly partner, one that can help reopen lines of communication when tensions rise. Therefore, he said, it is inaccurate for anyone in Thailand to portray Malaysia's role as interference. According to him, both Thailand and Cambodia have the legitimacy, competence, and sovereign right to resolve their own matters, and Malaysia respects that fully. Indonesia has extended search and rescue operations in Banjarnegara, central Java, after 2 more bodies were recovered from a landslide, bringing the death toll to 12. A spokesperson from the National Disaster Management Agency BNPB, Abdul Muhari, says the operation will continue for another 3 days as 16 people remain missing, a week after the November 15th disaster.
The landslide swept away more than 30 houses and affected 28 residents in Banjarnegara. It is now the 7th day of the search and rescue operation, involving more than 700 personnel from various agencies. Abdul Muhari says rescue teams have been battling heavy rain, mud and unstable ground, prompting the BNPB to launch a weather modification operation to reduce rainfall over the affected area.
Pencarian terkadang masih terkendala oleh kondisi cuaca di mana masih turun hujan deras di lapangan yang mengakibatkan tim SAR gabungan masih harus mempertimbangkan kondisi dan keselamatan personil di lapangan. Mulai dari kemarin, oleh karena itu BNPB sudah melakukan operasi modifikasi cuaca.
He said the measures are aimed at making conditions safer for rescuers as they continue to comb through the rubble for survivors and recover the remaining victims.
Wrapping up the Nightline, the death toll from major flooding in Vietnam has risen to 90, with 12 people still missing after days of heavy rain and landslides. Relentless rain has lashed south-central Vietnam since late October, and popular holiday destinations have been hit hard by several rounds of flooding.
In the southern coastal Can Hoa province, flood victim Ho Din Truk said he and his brother were forced to abandon their home after the flood waters hit.
10 giờ sáng mà tôi ngồi miết tới 7 giờ rưỡi tối, nước có lên tới cái mực chớn đá. Dưới cái chớn đá là tôi chịu không nổi nữa, nó vỡ, nó sập cái tường, nó bung cái cửa, gãy cửa. Là tôi và một ông anh nữa mới chập lội ra, cởi áo cởi quần chập lội ra ngã sau, bung đạp bứt cái cửa sau ra. Tôi mới đu được cây sồi, tôi leo lên mái tôn.
He said the flood has taken everything from him.
100% hư hại toàn bộ, là trong nhà không còn gì hết ấy. Nhà là tủ lạnh, tủ đồ là tôi còn nằm vẫn ngồi luôn. Đó, không nói chung bây giờ hiện tại bây giờ tôi cũng không còn, tôi đi muốn ăn cũng xin gói mì tôi ăn chứ cũng không có gì để tôi nấu. Nói thật cho.
Authorities are using helicopters to airdrop aid to communities cut off by floods and landslides, while the government has deployed tens of thousands of personnel to distribute clothing, water purification tablets, instant noodles, and other essential supplies. Of the 90 deaths recorded since November 16th, more than 60 were reported in the hard-hit mountainous province of Dak Lak. More than 80,000 hectares of rice and other crops across Dak Lak and 4 other provinces have been wiped out, with over 3.2 million livestock and poultry lost to floodwaters. The Environment Ministry estimated economic losses of $343 million across the 5 provinces.
Those are the updates on TVS Nightline. I'm Handy Gui. Thank you for watching. Have a good night.